Welcome back to Tycoon. It appears that we now understand why Remy has been so agitated with the relationship between Papoose and Clarissa Shields. The streets claim that Ease, the black captain, is already unfaithful to her. It seems like things are not going well between Remy and Ease after the wild mess that happened last year, and Papoose does not appear to feel sorry for her. Instead, he has been ridiculing her for betraying him. It looks like these two are going to have another major altercation. So let's dismantle this mess while you still have your lace front on. It's absurd how Papoose and Remy's romance ended, even though I'm sure you all already know this. When he attempted to smuggle a skeleton key to her while she was confined, he risked going to jail himself because he loved her so much. He decided to marry her while she was still incarcerated despite the authorities' attempts to keep him from seeing her. He wed her over the phone since they were unable to get married in person due to constraints. I don't know what love is if that isn't it. They held a formal wedding ceremony upon her release. Papoose's 3 children from before they met, as well as Remy's child from her previous relationship, made up their blended family. Their relationship appeared to be ideal on paper. However, people began to notice something was wrong when Father's Day 2023 passed without Remy even publicly acknowledging her husband. She used to make a special effort to remind everyone of their unrivaled family dynamic and how strong their love was. Therefore, many couldn't help but question if something was wrong when she stayed completely silent on a day that should have been an obvious occasion for a heartfelt tribute. Papoose shared a Father's Day family photo of himself and the kids, but Remy and her second child were conspicuously missing, which really got people talking. Another man shared a photo on social media with the caption, "Family is everything." People began saying, normally I'd see Remy in the picture, wondering why she wasn't there. What's happening? Where is Remy? Some even speculated, you married a woman who was never deeply and madly in love with you. Now you're realizing you were naively in love with her. But it wasn't until rumors that Remy had cheated, with none other than the black captain Ease, that everyone realized how bad things had gotten. In addition to the fact that Remy and Papoose always appeared so solid, the entire situation was alarming because Ease, who was in the same social circles as Papoose, went too far and was secretly involved with Remy behind Papoose's back. Papoose, of course, was not amused by the betrayal. Rumor had it that he and Ease got into a heated argument at an industry gathering, and those who said they were there claimed that Papoose not only confronted him, but also knocked him unconscious. Ease attempted to deny that the brawl even occurred, but social media went crazy. "You guys really want something bad to happen to me," he said to the press. Naturally, it is equivalent to hating both men and women, but before you talk, you should clarify the situation. He added in another tweet, "I'm not angry about the rumors. False reports don't bother me because, as the person I am, I can relate. However, I now offer a 2-star rating to no one when I see them glad that something could have happened to me. I think it's funny that we are not friends. I'd like to apologize to everyone that was disappointed tonight because we couldn't get 3 full rounds from all the opponents I tried." Remy tweeted after taking the initiative to address the matter. "And would you all please stop lying about Papoose and Ease? Chrome is unlike any other location. I'll see you all in August. Right back at it." Papoose was under pressure to dispel the rumors in the meantime. "Yo, Papoose, get rid of these rumors before I disparage him. It's absurd to ask the young bull Papoose to correct the record while he was bouncing on his bride." The biggest eye-opener, though? Papoose said nothing. He used to ride hard for Remy without hesitation, as everybody who watched their relationship knows. No matter what, he never shied away from defending her. However, it spoke volumes when people began to bring up these cheating claims, and he didn't intervene to stop them, since the old Papoose would have been the first to put an end to them if the tales weren't true. Many began to assume that they must be. This same individual once claimed, "A man must honor his queen. If she doesn't agree with something, he ought to keep her viewpoint in mind moving forward. He can't simply ignore her opinion. Happy wife, happy life." Papoose told it all with his silence. His failure to stand up for Remy, even without a single word, was louder than anything he could have said. By that point, people were certain that the rumors were true. And when Remy and Ease entered the battle rap scene, any lingering skepticism was eliminated. If you are familiar with battle rap, then you know everything is fair game. But believe me when I say that everything went south the moment Gotti touched the microphone. Rappers seek blood, and Gotti delivers. Instead of playing around, he went straight for the jugular by accusing Remy of using Ease to cheat on Papoose.
Just till you stop screwing the business. If you found out you were in the help, that could really ruin your image. We're talking Barack and Michelle, Pap and Remy. It's us. Gotta post the child symbol for black.
Gotti's remarks made it apparent that the drama was an open secret, even though people had been talking about it for a while. But he didn't stop there. Despite his years of devotion to Remy, he continued to aggressively criticize her and accuse her of cheating on Papoose.
He showed his admiration and tell the world how he think his woman the greatest. And they held you down in prison for 6 years.
Surprisingly, Ease did not even try to refute the reports. Rather, he effectively validated them. Things are becoming bolder and louder every day. But instead of openly addressing the matter, Papoose has opted to move on swiftly with a new woman, Claressa Shields. Since Claressa and Remy were already acquainted from their time in Remy's direct messages before she began playing around with Papoose, I won't lie, things got messy again. However, Papoose and Ease were also acquainted, so I suppose this was a bit tit for tat. Word got out that Papoose had moved on and that his new relationship was becoming serious just when we thought the drama was over. Given her involvement in the controversy, you would expect Remy to remain silent, but she isn't taking it well at all. According to sources, she has been acting irrationally, hurling insults, and speaking rashly, demonstrating that she is not prepared to let it go easily. I hope that does not imply that she intends to engage in conflict with Claressa. However, why in the world is Remy so concerned about her ex moving on if she is reportedly in a happy relationship with Ease? The fact that Papoose and Claressa's relationship is going so well is most likely a contributing factor. Claressa has been hinting that she would be more than happy to stand by him if things don't work out. She recently declared her love for Papoose and said she would agree to his proposal if he ever asked her to be his partner.
I strongly believe that sometimes people need to fight it out. Because talking doesn't do it. Sometimes you can talk. Like in certain situations, you could talk to a person, you express how you feel, they express how they feel, and y'all come to a mutual agreement that y'all either don't agree or, you might start seeing it from another person's point of view. When it gets to the level, or when you deal with people that, like, sometimes how I used to be, I don't even want to hear that shit. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I don't care what you thought. What's up? What we doing? And that's where I come in. She said, you ain't have a fight in recent times. You really not ready for this work. And she said, it's natural. She don't have to. I don't like talking about fighting. Sometimes people be needing get hands put on them. And I love boxing. It's one of my favorite sports. I just never could.
Yeah, that's why I said I love him. I love having his support. You know what I'm saying? His support is like very, very different from what I've had in the past, and how he speaks to me and stuff is very different. There we go. We deserve each other. But I don't know, it's not one of those things I was like, I want to keep him all to myself. I didn't really.
It appears that the feelings are reciprocated because Papoose didn't hesitate to show her off. Let me know if you need any other adjustments. Interview 946-954. This annoys Remy because she has been attempting to cause friction with Claressa for some time. For instance, she disclosed a text message that Claressa sent to Papoose last year saying, "You accept responsibility. You are the one who is married. Telling me you made it home safely or that you fell asleep in the Sprinter shouldn't be a huge deal if you can't at least sleep with me over the phone or in person." It sounded as though Claressa had a stake in Papoose, but he wasn't very interested in her being upfront. Naturally, Remy made fun of her for it. This lady Claressa Shields and that sorry PR team of hers have been putting out fake stories about me every day to make me look bad and him look like God's gift, she said, accusing Claressa of launching a smear campaign against her. For too long, I pleaded with Papoose to end the story, but he insisted that I just keep quiet. While resting in my house, Papoose dumb fell asleep while talking on the phone with Claressa, and he won't go. I'm tired, but he said he would never feud because you're ugly, asterisk, she added. But don't worry, because you're such a tough boo. I saw it all, and now everyone will see it too. Remy proceeded to release other texts in which Claressa seemed to be begging Papoose for the barest necessities, stating, "I'm not happy, but I'm all right. I don't want to add to your already existing stress, so I'm going to stop. Simply put, I'm sick of talking to you and you not listening. I am unable to. However, I appreciate your candor. It's always the wisest course of action. You are allowed to do whatever you want. I will not elaborate, but I do request gifts. I'm conveying that I value flowers and that I need some alone time while I'm tripping. I'm lying here feeling stupid because I'm tripping." At last, Remy's narcissism overcame her when Papoose moved on. "I regret to inform you that Remy is a narcissist who has a history of cheating," he retorted. "She is acting like the victim now that I have moved on. She would rather clout chase on social media than deal with things like a responsible adult, despite my repeated requests for a divorce. For the sake of my 6-year-old daughter, who has to go to school, I don't want to engage in the folly of social media. You see, I don't say anything." In response to the reports that Remy had cheated on him with his friend, "Ease the Black Captain," he said, "This is where Remy was last Christmas while I was at home with my daughter. I've moved on, and now she's upset and making up stories. She has a narcissistic personality. I suggested that we get a divorce like grown-ups, but she refused. Furthermore, I won't pretend that I didn't knock that supper out. It doesn't matter that I wasn't the first to throw a punch. Everyone saw this guy in the fetal position the last time I saw him. After I knocked him unconscious, Remy woke him up and spent 4 days at home with him." He went on, "I knocked him out not because he was with her, but because he shook my hand and then had an affair with my wife. As you can see, my daughter and I were at home together while she was out lying about it again. The fact that a 45-year-old woman is crashing out like this is unbelievable." Then Claressa added, "Remy, I'm not your adversary, but let's face it, you're not aging like wine because I'm 29 and you're 45. Tell your lover to get you some gifts and flowers." But he didn't answer the phone because he was spending this week with that Cali girl, not you. Remy had previously attempted to accuse Papoose of cheating with Claressa, but Claressa shut it down after exposing her for creating fake texts and attempting to stir drama. "It's crazy to make fake texts," Claressa retorted. "Bullying me is not acceptable. Just quit making yourself look foolish. You're angry and bitter." She even went so far as to confront Remy, stating, "Come get your behind whooped. Crash out." She even vowed to fight Remy for $1 in an interview.
For you to jump in the ring with Remy Ma. Just want to know.
At this point, the girl leaving my number.
What? Your actual telephone number?
So at this point, you can give me $1 and I'm going to. That's all. It don't have nothing to do with whatever else. It's just that part alone. That part there is where it's like, I'm a businesswoman. Don't leak my number.
Right.
Why would you do that? I mean, drama sells. I'm not in that beef. My smoke with her is posting my number. Right. So people like, oh, she wants to fight her over a dude. Whatever. Stop it. Stop it. That is so beneath me. Is the disrespect of the leaking my number part.
There is clearly a great deal of animosity between these two. Ease the Black Captain, Remy's boyfriend, asserted a few weeks ago that men were jealous of him because he had snatched Remy.
The edge of the earth to go everywhere else because y'all is just mad that it happened. I kept it $1 with. I'm like, yo, hey, listen. If it was that easy for any of y'all would have did it. There's a bunch of niggas who don't like me for no reason because I'm just. Excuse me. Hold on, I gotta start that over. Hold on, my father started over.
That's not all, because in another rap battle, he made Remy declare her love for him, and he finally admitted that they were an item.
I'm only gonna address this shit one time, since y'all wanna be on the front lines. Hey, yo, Remy, don't you love me? See, right there, that's the punchline.
You would assume he and Remy were inseparable after everything he had to go through, but that isn't the case. According to insiders, he has reportedly been skulking around with other women for some time. In fact, he has been accused of cheating on Remy from the start since he never cut off his side piece when they initially started dating. Remy has been in a downward spiral ever since she found out about his extramarital affairs just a few weeks ago. Things begin to make sense when you examine Papoose and Clarissa's timeline. It appears that Remy tried to expose their relationship to end it. Furthermore, Papoose claimed that we now know why Remy had been hesitant to sign the divorce papers. I'm not saying what Papoose and Clarissa did was right, but given that Remy was already acting shady, they were clearly playing around knowing she wasn't being faithful either. Since it appears that Remy may be suffering the greatest loss at the moment, I'd like to know what you all think about this messy situation. But is it really surprising that Iez is already being unfaithful to her? He has a reputation for that. And as they say, you lose them the way you get them. Do you think Papoose's interest in Clarissa is genuine, or was it just out of retaliation? Leave a comment with your thoughts before you watch the next video.